Welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing some network automation stuff. I started kind of doing this in my shop and doing it through a serial console with Pi Serial, but we're just going to try it with now using a Raspberry Pi. This is a VM like right here, okay? We'll delete all these. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to empty that out. I kind of tested out some stuff. While at home to be able to use in the shop, things like that. But pretty much we're just going to try some network automation stuff, see what we can do with it. I think it's called Thony. Is that right? Yep. So let's go ahead and do a nano or a Thony. We'll call it Cisco.py. All right. Now we are running GNS3. Okay. I have a 7200 router sitting here with a couple more things plugged into it. So let's go ahead and get this guy, console with this guy first. But what we're going to actually do is we're just going to set up a quick SSH. All right, we're just going to set up a quick SSH. We'll kind of go from there. Let's see if I can get this any bigger also. Change settings. Colors, ooh, wow. See if I can, I don't know if I can actually make this any bigger or not. Try to change settings again because I don't know how easy that is for everyone to see, especially with everything else in there. There we go. Yeah, I can. Let's try like 14. How's that? Is that any better? A little bit better. Let's go ahead and let's go to 16. I'm going to change settings again. Appearance change. We'll change it down to 16. Okay, apply. All right. So now we know we're on router 1. So let's go ahead and CompT. This is not a routing class. This is more of a Python. Let's see if we can get something working here with automation. So go ahead and go config T. We'll go ahead and we'll do a username of Ryan, privilege 15, secret of Ryan. Right. From here, we'll go ahead and we'll give it a domain name, IP domain name of test.com, and crypto key generate RSA 1024. And then from here, we'll go ahead and we'll do a line VTY 0 to 15, transport input SSH, transport output SSH, and login local. There we go. Now we should now be able to connect this guy once we get an IP address right. So let's go ahead and let's give it an IP address first. We'll go to interface F00. Make sure that is actually correct. It should be because I got to do it. But yeah, if we have F002021, like right now, that looks like. So we're in interface F00. So let's go ahead and do a quick IP add of 10.10.10.1. And we'll no shut that port. Heading back over to my Raspberry Pi now. That port should be no shut, and we should be able to change my IP address. So we'll go ahead and we'll configure our interface, Ethernet 0, right? And we'll do 10, 10, 10, I don't know, 5. Do I not have to put in 255, 255, 255? Can I ping him now? Let's go and see if I can ping him. Usually I just do it through, was it DHCP? But I kind of want to see if, yeah, I didn't think so. I feel like we would need, do I need to put like a /24 to here? Is that how I do it? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me to do it like that. And it is no shut. We do have it connected like right now on GNS3. Everything like that. Let's go ahead and make a DHCP pool. And let's go through DHCP like we normally do. I kind of want to make the DHCP pool. Okay. Let's go and clear all that. We'll apply that. we'll close this out. I wonder if I actually need to close it before, I feel like I wouldn't have to, right? I feel like I wouldn't, but let's go ahead and try it. Yeah, I feel like I would have to do that. That would be weird. Alright, that's okay. Let's go ahead and we'll head back over to here. Automatically configure it. Then we'll be using DHCP, right? Let's go ahead and head back over to this guy over here. We'll do a quick. It is up. Okay, cool. So it is up. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a IP DHCP pool LAN, and then we'll just do network of 10, 10, 10, 0. 255, 255, 0. Alright, then we'll do a quick default router. And then DNS server, we'll say 888.8844. This is Google's. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we got an IP address over here now. Still on 169. Let's go ahead and unplug the device, unplug it, then we'll plug it back in. It's trying. Come on, big guy. I've also never used this router before. That's on here. Oh, there we go. 10, 10, 10, 2. So let's go ahead and do a ping for 10, 10, 10, 1. And we do get it. Okay, cool. So for this to work, we need to import a few libraries. And what we're going to be using throughout this is something called NetMiko, which is going to work for SSH. Like I said, I did do this back in my shop, and it's using Serial, and then from Serial, it's using, from Serial, it's then using NetMiko. So it connects to Serial, creates an SSH connection, and then it connects to NetMiko, and it just kind of works from there. So I think it's pretty cool. But first thing we gotta do, like it says, import that NetMiko, right? So that's the very first thing we have to do, and I'm not very good with it, so that's why I kind of wanted to do it while on stream. We're probably not gonna get anything with this, are we? Let's also plug in network adapter 2. Import NetMiko. Let's go and see if that adapter actually pulled that IP address yet. It is not. Let's go and see what that adapter even is. Well, that's not going to work now, is it? Make that a bridge adapter. There we go. I got to unplug Ethernet 1 for this to work. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do a quick import NetMiko and Python. Change that to English. Alright. Let's also go ahead with our script, and we're actually going to write a for script for it, because we have to do an import NetMiko like that. But what I want to do is an actual for script for it, which will then allow us to be able to download it if it's not already there. So we'll actually do this like real quick. We'll go ahead and we'll do a pip3 uninstall. Let's uninstall NetMiko. Okay. So now if I do an import NetMiko, we save that in the desktop as cisco.py. Let's go ahead and just try to run it real quick. Okay, no module name NetMiko. Okay, cool. So what we want to do is a try to import NetMiko. Okay, and then there's a way to be able to, we'll look it up like real quick. Download Python library in script if none is found. I know I spelled library wrong. Probably the worst. Yep, check module exists if not install it. There we go. So yeah, we want to accept import error. So we're going to accept import error, right? Then from here, we can go ahead and do pip main install. I don't know if I need to do a pip3. I don't think so because I don't think Python 2 is even on here. So we're just going to do a pip3 or pip main install, and then the package, right? So we're just going to say netmiko. Let's go ahead and try that like right there. I want to minimize this guy down. We'll try to run that again. All right. What about pip3? Will that work? I feel like it won't because that's kind of weird. Import pip. Oh, we can import pip at the very top, huh? We should at least have that, right? If not, then we'll have to download pip. So we'll say try import pip, accept import error. All right, then we'll say we should have OS on here. That should be a main one. So we'll just say import OS. We'll say os.system pip3 install or Python. Never mind. Gotta remember how to install pip. Python 3 tac pip. There we go. Sudo apt install Python 3 tac pip. There we go. And that should install pip3 for us, right? Okay. Then we'll try to do that. Yeah, like right there. I think we just do a pip.main. Let's go ahead and see if this works so far. Okay, since netmiko is not defined, let's go ahead and see. Defined import or install is why. So you probably just do an OS system, huh? Yep, OS system. We'll do an OS system on there. Stop trying to get fancy with it. We could probably actually make like a package thing and have all these packages in there and do it like that. Or we just do run. Oh, we can look at that. And it's successfully installed netmiko. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go ahead and uninstall it again. Just show it on the actual terminal itself. Let's go ahead and try to run it. And we can see that it does run. Let's go ahead and do a pip3 uninstall netmiko again. And we'll go ahead and we'll run that script again. And it should download it now. There we go. We'll do the same thing with Colorama. Okay. We now have pretty much everything I think that we need for like right now. If we need anything else, then obviously we'll start to work toward that or whatever else. But yeah, that should be good so far. Can I? Yep, I can. There we go. All right. Now we did that. Now we need to go ahead and let's start checking out the netmiko module here, right? So we need a connection handler with it. Okay. So we can go ahead and throw this up here at the very beginning. So we're calling it SSH, is connect handler, * Cisco router, or you can do like iOS or something like that. Okay. And then we want to be able to connect to that, right? with our username and password, everything like that, right? So let's go ahead and actually say username u equals input username. This is not sublime text, as you can tell. P equals input password. All right, let's go ahead and save that, see what we got so far. Connection handler, Cisco router, valid syntax. Why is that? Why is that valid syntax? Probably because I don't have anything called Cisco router yet. That's most likely why. So let's go ahead and do that like real quick. We're just going to say username is going to actually be U. Password is going to be P. We don't have an enable pass. Port shouldn't matter because we are on port 22. So we're not doing anything weird here. And actually, we'll actually do host also. Let's also do a host equals input IP address of Cisco router. There we go. We'll do a quick host is going to be our host, right? Whatever we put in right at the very beginning, which for us is 10.10.10.1. And let's go ahead and run this. Okay, username Brian. Brian, host is 10.10.10.1. Okay, so connect handler is not defined. Okay, facts. Could have swore that that's how it has to be in the very beginning, but let's go ahead and try. I think I'm missing something here. From that Miko import connection connect handler, that's probably why. Okay. So right where it has this like right here, right? Try to import that Miko. We'll say at the bottom here, because I should have already downloaded it, right? I'll say import that Miko from connect handler. There we go. Right. Or from connect handler import that Miko, should it be? From that Miko import connect handler, yeah, okay. From that Miko import connect handler. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. We'll try to run that again. Okay, it says Cisco router is not defined. However, it is like right here, but this probably has to be below that. Wouldn't make any sense for it to be above that, now would it? So there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. We'll try that again. All right, looks like it does work, like right now. It's not going to do anything yet, but it does work. Okay, now we want to set some configurations at it, right? Okay, cool. So let's go and try to ping 10.10.10. We can't get to it anyways. We're not going to be able to get to it anyways because that one, this guy's not plugged in like right now, is he? So we'll plug that cable back in. Wait till he pings. There we go. Now we should be able to at least connect to it. We're not sending any commands at it, but okay. So we don't get any errors, nothing like that. So we didn't send any commands at it or anything like that, but we did get something, right? So far we're looking pretty good. All right, now we want to start sending commands, right? So let's go ahead and head back over to our NetMiko module over here. And there's different commands that we can send it, like send, config set, send list of commands, or command in configuration mode. We want to do that, right? We want to set it while in config T, which is configuration mode. So go ahead and hop back over to here. Okay, and we'll go ahead and we'll do a send config set, right? Now we need to just say send command. Yep, we want to make like commands equal, want something like that, right? So let's go ahead and say commands equal, and let's go ahead and just make something on. We're just gonna say something easy at first. We're just gonna say run show run equals do show run. Actually, yeah, do show run, right? There, we just want something like that, right? And I'm pretty sure this thing actually has a way to be able to just show the running config. So I'm pretty sure it already has something in there that shows it for you. But we're just gonna do it like this, like right here for like right now. And we'll go ahead and we'll just say sh.sendConfigSet, most likely. Let's go ahead and look at it. So we have sh up. So we're just gonna say output equals sh.sendConfigSet show run, right? So then this should run this up here. And let's do a quick do show run, right? Let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so that did not run like I wanted it to. Do I just call for output? Should probably just hard code this for now. Okay, so that's not coming out the exact way I want it to, huh? Because it's not running that do show run. That's okay. We'll figure this one out. Because I want to see that now. I want to see that do show run on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to see that output back to the screen, which we should technically be able to. So now we just need to figure out how to do that. And then we'll just kind of go from there. No, it might just be able to do, instead of running it like that, because we're not sending a list full of commands at it like right now just yet, we could probably just run something like this. Output equals SSH dot send command for like right now. But it's gonna send, I want to send a do show run, not just a show run. So send we want to send a send config set. Send config set. That's do show run. And then we can go ahead and print that output, right? Just go and save that. Okay. Jeez. I should probably just hard code this at the beginning. Okay, so it kind of printed it. Not really. Barely printed it. Didn't really print very much. We should get a lot more than just that for a do show run. So we're not getting everything that we want there. So let's go ahead and actually change this instead of to that. Let's go ahead and change this to a send command. Let's see what we get. Why is that? Invalid input detected marker. Why is that? For host? Huh. That's very strange, isn't it? That's doing that like right there. That is very, very strange. I don't really understand why it's doing that either. Okay. That's okay though. Sure, we can figure this out, why it's doing that. Why is saying that the IP address is incorrect? Or that invalid input detected. 10.10.10.1, that should be... Okay. Just gonna hardcode it in there for now, just so we don't have to keep typing it also. So we're actually just say... It's not good to hardcode this kind of stuff, but instead of doing it 1,000 times, we're just gonna do this like right here. Let's go and save that. Let's go and try this. Still not taking it, huh? That 10.10.10.1 for some reason. That was right when we started doing this thing right here. For some reason, send config set works just fine, but send... You know why maybe? Maybe because if I just do a send command, it might not actually be the IP address that's messing with it. It might actually be that like right there. It is. Okay. It's because we can't do a do, obviously, because we're not config T. So that do is messed it up like right there. So there's that. Okay. So we do get this like right here. Okay. So we can see that we have interface F20 and interface F21. Let's go ahead and bring interface F20 up and running. Give it an IP address of like 10.10.20.1. And then we'll create EIGRP and stuff like that. So let's try to do this first within a file, right? Let's actually go ahead and actually do some import 4. Things like that, right? Not 4.red. I think it's red.4, right? Um, okay. Let's go ahead and print output first. So something like print output, we'll say print, and we're just going to say red, or actually we'll say yellow. Showing show run on router on host. Let's go and try that like right there. It's 4.red. That's why. Damn me and my ways. Is that how it goes like right there? Let's see if it gets rid of red. Yep, it does. Okay, so it's 4.red, not red.4. Silly me. All right, there we go. Okay. So it should have just said showing show run at 10.10.10.1. Okay, let's go ahead and make it so that whole thing is that color. So we're just going to say at the very end here, plus reset. All right, there we go. Then we'll print that output, okay? Now let's go ahead and print. Yeah, we actually don't need to print anything. Let's go ahead and do a, we'll say, we'll call this one like right here, EIGRP equals can I make more than one command in here? Actually, we call this ASN. EIG network. I feel like I can. So an input, we're just going to say EIGRP network. Although we could just take that from the if that stands for number, who cares? There we go. Okay. I could have just did a commands thing, huh? Kind of like how they have it up here. I could probably do something like that, couldn't I? Commands equals. Yeah, let's do something like that. Where I could use the OSPF, we would be using EIGRP. So let me kind of use that for that. Commands equals. And then we're just going to say router EIGRP. Router EIGRP. Then we're just going to say plus the ASN, right? AS number. Okay. We're just going to say network. And then that's going to be net. I don't know if I need a plus after that. I don't think I do because of the comma. I don't think I need a plus after that. And then we're going to say okay. See, I watched a David Ball thing on this. It's like I remember if we got the idea of this, but his was more of you're setting up to where it's already for your network. I'm trying to make this one more of like anyone can get it and run it on their network and have it work for them. Obviously, with just EIGRP, it's not going to work. You know, I'd have to ask them like OSPF, EIGRP, things like that. But just kind of just started the process here. We'll say 10. We'll say 10, 10, 10, 0, 255, 255, 255.0. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do another do show run. Actually, I probably should do like a print. Let's see if that actually worked. Whoops. We want 10, right? 10. Okay. Let's see if we got EIGRP in here now. DHCP like right there. I'm not seeing any EIGRP in here. But it didn't give us an error. So let's go ahead and connect to it like real quick. And see. We'll do a do show run. Let's see if EIGRP is in here now. Should be more toward the bottom. And it is not. At least I'm not seeing it anywhere in here. Transport input, boom, boom. Yeah, we should be seeing it below here. Okay, so we're not seeing anything with EIGRP in there like right now. So let's go ahead and check out my commands, make sure those are correct. Yeah. Plus the AS number, which is our input. And then network. And that was the 10.10.10.0.255.255.250. Right? That should actually work for this thing. So let's go ahead and hop over in here and just say router EIGRP 10. Make sure that, okay, so that is a thing. Network. Yep, it's right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and do no network. Okay. So now EIGRP10 is now gone. Let's go ahead and hop back over to here. Maybe I shouldn't have it as commands. Maybe I should just set it up one at a time. Or maybe have it sleep or something like that. Let's go ahead and set it up one at a time like what we did before. Right? So we want more of a, instead of send command, we actually want to do that config command, right? So we already know like what that one is. Let's see here. Yep, send config set. And we did something like that, right? No, I did not. I never sent it. I said print it. That's why. No shit, huh? So we actually want to do a something like that, actually, that exact thing, actually. Maybe I should look at what the hell I'm doing here. Send config set commands. And then we want to go ahead and print result. Okay, now we should be able to see something different here. 10. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we got anything now. Nothing. They actually print those commands out. Router EIGRP 10. Network 10.10.10.0, 255.255. So that should have worked. It's right there. So let's go ahead and see if it actually is on it. If it's just not showing up just yet. There it is. So it did come back. So we did get it on there. And just in case you guys think there's some magic trick going on here, if we say no router EIGRP 10. Okay, do show run. Okay, as you can see, it is not there anymore. Right? Nothing all in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's head back over to my Raspberry Pi. We'll run this again. 10, 10, 10, 10, 0, 255, 255, 250. Okay. And then we can hop back over to here and say do show run. And there we go. So that did work. Okay. All right, cool. And in case you're wondering why it goes to 000255, that is called, God, I forgot what the hell it's called. You gotta do it for ACLs though. But EIGRP automatically converts it into the IP address, that type of IP address. I forget what the hell it's called. But on ACLs, we have to actually do that. We have to actually tell it how to convert, which I do actually have a video on. Okay. I think it's in my subname video or subname class there. So we've now accomplished that, right? So let's go ahead and now let's make F20 come up with a different interface, right? So we're just going to say, we're going to hop back over to my script over here, right? And we'll say interface equals input interface to add IP. Right, which for us could be F20. Okay, and then from here we're going to say commands equals, or actually we'll say IP equals, actually we do have to do a network for it, huh? So we'll say default equals input IP address with subnet for interface, okay, there's that like right there. And command's going to equal, we're just going to say int interface no shut, and then IP add plus default. We go ahead and do a, we'll say result equals ssh.send config set commands. Okay, let's go and run this. Oh gosh, gonna keep asking me about the ASN, isn't it? Oh, I didn't put in the right stuff, but interface to add F20, right? IP address was subnet for interface. We're going to say 10.10.20.1, 255.0. You know what? We're not. We're actually say 10.10.100.1, 255.255.252. Because that's going to be like our point-to-point link. Okay. So let's go ahead and now let's change up our, we actually have to go into our router now because we messed up. Yep, that network link right there should not exist. Let's go ahead and take that. We're just going to say router EIGRP10. No, that guy. Okay. Okay, cool. Now we do need to add in that other network into our EIGRP statement also. So we should probably do like right here, right? We should probably do something like that where we do that. And then we'll say from here, router EIGRP. Even if we put in the default one, it should, EIGRP I think is smart enough to change it back to that 0. So we'll say router EIGRP plus the AS number, right? Network is going to be default. Because I'm pretty sure EIGRP is actually smart enough to change it to actually do that like right there. So what this is going to now do, it's going to no shut the interface, run an IP address on it, right? Give it whatever IP address we tell it to give it. That's going to go into EIGRP, put in our AS number, which is Java system number, right? Which we input up here, okay? And that is going to give it a network, and it's going to type in network, which is then going to go in that EIGRP statement, and it's going to tell it default, which is whatever IP address we put over here. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, EIGRP is smart enough, so if we have 10.10 100.1, 255, 255, 252. It'll change that to 10, 10, 100.0. Pretty sure it does. All right, then we're going to sleep. Import time. All right, we're going to do a quick time.sleep. I'm just going to say 3 seconds. Then we're going to say print result. Print output again. See if that command actually went in there. We'll do something like that, right? Okay. Now I do not need this anymore, right? I don't need this anymore. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that like right now. Just because I don't want to see it every single time. Excuse me. I do need that. I do not need this one anymore because we already have that, right? Okay. There's probably a much better way of doing that, but we'll get there. 10. Oh, name net is not defined. You're 100% correct. It is not because I do not need this anymore either, do I? Nor do I need that anymore. So I don't need these 3 commands anymore, like right there. Which means I don't need that or that anymore. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and try that again. 10. Interface F20. IP address is going to be 10.10.100.1, 255.255.252. Now remember, it should sleep for like 3 seconds. I want to see if that sleep is actually going to allow us to actually be able to see it. It doesn't. For some reason, we can always run something again. I'll do so run again over here and see if it actually went in. And our ERGRP statement does have it in there now, and just like I thought, it did it. It was actually smart enough to do what we wanted to do. So far, everything is working great with this, with that statement like right there. Okay, cool. Now let's go ahead and put another router on here. Okay, we'll connect another cable from 20, right, just like we said, to 00 over here. And pretty much what I want to do is we're going to create one ERGRP statement from here to here, okay? And we are going to create a switch coming off of this guy. All right. Sure, 10 like right there. Why not? All right. And do I have any other computers on here? No, I was like, this Raspberry Pi. Trying to think about giving it another computer down here. I know we got more computers, I know that much. Here's the VM list, like right here. We could actually just add any one of these onto there, start it up, and then see if it works or not. We'll do Metasploitable too. How's that sound? And let's go ahead and check out Metasploitable 2 like real quick. Settings. We're just going to say network. This is going to be a generic driver. Okay. From here, we'll hop back over to here. We'll say OK. And then we'll throw that Metasploitable down there. We'll do something like that, okay? We're going to program this guy from this guy with a script. So pretty much what we do at the first start this guy, we do at the very first get on him because we don't have a console connection. We can't SSH into him, anything like that yet, right? And we're also going to keep it as the same username and password. So let's go ahead and go with custom console. Okay. Let's go and change our settings. Whoops, did not click apply. Okay. There we go. So we'll do a conf t. We'll do an IP domain name of test.com again. We'll do a username Ryan, privilege 15, secret Ryan. We'll do a crypto key generate RSA 1024. Right. Then we'll do a quick let's see here. We'll do a quick so we got crypto key generate RSA 1024. From here we can do a line v2y 0 to 15. Transport input SSH, transport output SSH, login local, and then also if your interface F00, IP add 10.10.100.2. We're gonna no shut that guy. See if we can ping him yet. Okay, so we can. So we can now ping him, okay? So if we can ping him, that means that this computer over here should be able to get to him. Should. Let's go ahead and try to ping him like real quick from the Raspberry Pi. He probably doesn't know how to reach back to us, does he? He could reach that router. Just because he could reach that router doesn't mean he can reach back to us because there's no EIGRP statement in between the two now, is there? So let's go ahead and do a GRP10 network 10.10.100.0 252, or we can also do 0003. And now we have a new neighbor. Now we should be able to ping him. So I think we should. Yep, we can ping him. So that means we can now send command to that guy, right? Or we can send commands, in all honesty, at both of them, such as an ACL command or really anything like that. Like default commands and stuff like that, such as in putting in a new user. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put in a new user. And this time, instead of using our script here, we're going to make a file. And we are now going to actually utilize our input username. And then we're going to do our input password. And then we're going to do our host is actually going to be a file now, right? So we now want to be able to read from a file to be able to do this. So now this just got a little bit harder to do. Trying to think of how I want to kind of do this like right here to be able to run it from a file. But I don't think it should be too difficult to do. I'm thinking we should just be able to do something. Our host, we're going to have that be, so if we hop up here, we do a with open, our commands, right? Commands.text as C, okay, as commands, right? If I can spell with correctly, this would probably work a little bit better. Okay. And if I did this correctly, it would probably work way better. Okay. So now we now open that up, right? We could probably do a commands equals f.read or c.read, excuse me. Used to write out f. c.read dot split lines, right? Okay. And then from here, we should be able to do the same thing with the devices. So also do a with open routers or IPs dot text as I IPs equals I dot read dot split lines. Okay. So we should be able to do something like that. And now this time, we're just going to say, let's see here. Okay, that's ips.text as that. So now what we need to do is just say for devices, right? And IPs. And then we want all this information, right? We want all this information, right? So we actually want to, these should be above here. Okay. For devices and IPs. And we actually want Cisco router. We actually want all these guys tabbed over, right? Like that, okay? But host is actually going to be like that should actually be for devices and IPs. Host, we want this to be ips.text, but we're probably going to have to change that. Okay, for devices and IP and IPs, right? Let's go print. Connecting to plus devices, right? We want to do something like that, right? Then from here, do we just need just this? I feel like we're going to need more than that. Let's go ahead and make it ips.text though. Let's go ahead and see where we're at on this thing. I feel like we're going to need more than that though. Let's go ahead and make it ips.text though. Okay, so there we go, right? And let's go ahead and make a commands file, right? And we're going to just throw a couple commands in there. So we're just going to throw a couple commands in this thing. Do show run. Then we'll do a do show IP interface brief. And then we'll do our last one will be something like, let's see here. I don't even know. Username Bob, Prib 15, secret Bob. There, we're going to put in a new user, right? Something easy like that, okay? Or whatever else you would want on all of your devices at once. Let's go ahead and give that a try, like right there. I don't think this is going to work. For devices and IPs with OpenIP.txt. I feel like I'm missing something here, or a couple things here, but we're going to go ahead, we'll give it a quick try, and then we'll kind of start to work out from there, right? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Okay. Host, name host is not defined. Okay. Host we actually do need, which host is not defined. That's 100% correct, because our host is actually devices, right? Let's also get rid of that. Huh? Oh, that's probably why. That password shouldn't have that there. Okay. 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 We got a little bit somewhere. Now, I wonder if that actually set the commands at it. See if we gotta do username Bob. We do not. Okay, that's okay. I never actually set the commands though. So host is not defined anymore. Okay, name host is not defined. Where's that at? That's 100% facts because it should be devices. All right. Okay. That's good. That's good. Keep going though. So we now want to send all these commands through, right? So we now need to send all those commands. So how the hell do we send all those commands at once? That's the next question. Okay. So can we just send commands? Can we just do something like there's that. Can we just do something like output equals, right? Send config set. And we don't want commands list, right? We want something like we want commands. Commands. Should that be it? Okay, let's go and try that. Okay, well, it sent it to router 2. It did work. So that did just work. So router 2 should now have a username of Bob, and we do. Okay, so now we've now done it to 2 different routers at the same time that can talk to. Obviously, they need to be able to talk to each other, right? So we don't want anything else in there because obviously we're pulling from. We obviously don't want 2 IP addresses to be the exact same. So this would be something we would then have to, after this, after we did something like that, we would then have to go back to just 1 router, right? So that's something else to think about too, is you may want to make multiple scripts for something like this too. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. So we can now send commands to a file, which would make it obviously a lot easier for people to read than something like this. Now what I'm wondering is that after I do that, if we can just go back to just 1 IP address, right? If we can go back to just connecting just this guy again. Like if we can exit out of there. Like end exit, then go back to just connecting to 1. But I mean, like, I feel like 2 files would just make your life a lot easier if you just had 2 different files and they ran the different things on there to be able to put in all your ACLs at once or whatever else you need to put in. I feel like that would actually make your life a lot easier. We now know we can talk 10, 10, 200 on 1, so we don't, or 100 on 2, so we don't really need to go much deeper in with that. Let's just go ahead now, and this time we're actually just going to change up our guy in here. Nope. Actually, should do this. And then we're going to nano commands. Dot text, right? Actually, let's keep it as do show IP interface brief, just so we can see that at the very beginning, right? Then from here, we'll go ahead and we'll say we wanted to go to an interface, right, that they tell us to go to. I wonder if I still need that split lines because we don't actually have more than one command in there. Okay, so that works just fine. Okay, so we have F10. Okay, so we can do this a couple different ways here. Well, I guess we could actually just keep doing it just like this, huh? It is on EIGRP 10, F1/0. We know that much, right? IP address was some that we say 10.10.20.1. And the rest of the script should run just fine. And we should actually, is that still going to get put into the EIGRP? Probably not, because I think I actually have that. So that's not going to the EIGRP, don't I? Damn. Let's go ahead and do that, like right there. Let's go ahead and run that again. Actually, did I put it into the EIGRP statement? I think I may have, huh? Yeah, I think I did. So that means that Metasploitable, if I actually start it up, let's go ahead and head over into GNS3. Start Metasploitable. Remember, we did already change the network configuration for it. We should be able to do MSF admin. We can talk straight to it. At least we should be able to. We never put DHCP in here. Let's go ahead and throw DHCP in this guy. What the heck? Okay. So right now there's no DHCP in here, right? So we're not going to get IP address. Let's go ahead and throw DHCP into our command over here, right? Why is it like that? What did I do? Why do you hate me? What did I do to you? Why are you paused? Like unpause? Start? Stop pausing? Why are you paused? What the hell was that? Okay, that was weird. All right, let's go ahead and go into my command. Wait, we want DHCP, so that means we're going to have to actually do something along the lines of, right, we're going to have to actually run commands now, aren't we? Network should actually equal plus the default. No, we're not going to be able to deal with DHCP now, are we? We have to actually ask it network, which I think I have somewhere, don't I? Yeah, we got the IGRP network, so we can actually say network plus net. So we already had that, right? Is it DNS? I forget what it actually is. DNS tax server. DNS tax server. And then we can actually just put in. Then we could just say plus. Oh man, default router actually has an interface on it, doesn't it? So we have to ask one more question. We'll call this dr equals input. Then we're just going to say IP address with subinterface. We'll just say IP address without subinterface. Or if I can figure out a way to actually cut that, that would be pretty sweet, but we'll just do this for now. without subnet for interface. Okay, I'm just gonna say plus DR. We don't need that anymore. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's try that like right there. Oh, doesn't like something. Oh, I have a plus. Oh, because I have a plus comma, that's why. Should be just a comma. That should work like right there, I think. I think it should. Let's see. F1/0, right? Okay. So now we should technically have DHCP set up on this thing, right? So let's go ahead and do a do show run here. Let's see if DHCP is set up. Okay, we do have DHCP set up, but the network's definitely 100% 10.10.100.0, which is exactly what I don't want, because that is 100% wrong, because it should be on router on interface F10. So I obviously messed that up. This at least went in there, right? We're at least saying that we have that. So let's go ahead and do a IP DHCP pool LAN, no network. Okay. So that's most likely, that's 100% my fault with the script like right here, because it's actually calling back for the network, and that network right there is the EIGRP network and not the interface network, right? So we actually want the interface network right there. So this one's actually going to be plus, so we'll say, boom, boom, then we're just going to say internet equals input interface network. Okay, so now we need network IP for that, and that's going to be plus internet, like that. Internet. I don't know why the hell I just said internet, not intranet or something like that. No idea. Let's go and try that like right there. Now we should be a little bit better off. Let's go and try that. Ten. I guess we gotta put 20 in there. I said all actually depended on what I put in here, huh? So we'll put 20 in there. Interface to add the IP address to F1/0. Interface of F10 network is going to be 10.10.20.255.255.0. IP address with subnet 10.10.10.10.20.1. That's probably the worst way in the world to possibly do it. There's a million other ways, and if I messed with it for 3 minutes, it'd probably make it much better. But let's go ahead and see what we got now. Do show run. All right, so we got the correct in there, okay? Now let's go ahead and let's unplug this guy over here. There's that. Plug him back in. And he does not seem to be getting an IP address like right now. I also don't know if he's one of those kind of guys that we actually need to restart, so this is exploitable. 10.10.20.25.25.250. Okay, interface F10 10.10.20. We also have it right there, or 10.10.20.1 255.255.250. That looks good, and in ERGRP it looks good. Oh, you want to know what the problem is? Might want to put a little default router up there, huh? So let's go ahead and head back over to here. Then we're also going to say, yeah, default with subnet interface, IP address without subnet interface. I was just saying that. We actually have to type in default router. Right, is that how it goes? Default router like that for DHCP? Yep. Default router. Plus that. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's see if I do a do show run. If that default router is now in there. Okay, default router is now in there. Make our lives a little bit better. Let's go ahead and try to unplug this cable, plug it back in, and see if we get anything. It teaches you anything, it teaches you to always check everything. I also have no idea if this guy will even pull an IP address like this. So this may not have been the best one to actually use. Probably should use like Kali or something like that. So let's go ahead and throw actually my Kali machine out of here. Something that I know will actually pull the IP address. Because that is F10. Okay, cool. 2 there. Okay. Just go ahead and start back up again. Now let's go ahead and also add in another. Goes added a Windows 7 machine. Actually, I don't know if I even know the passwords for that anymore. We could try it. Just say you can't do that. Oh, isn't it? Okay, let's go and try that again. It's right there. We'll go ahead and power this one on also. Let's go ahead and see if this guy got anywhere. Now I'm just kind of waiting for everything to crash since I'm streaming and recording and doing this at the same time. And oh, we do 10.10.20.2. So we do get an IP address, all from a program from over here. So so can I ping 10.10.20.2? We can. And that was all with programming it from a Python script utilizing different commands inside of a file and plus over here. So you can see, if you do networking stuff like that, you can see how this could really change the game for you. Um, Especially once you learn serial connections. Once you learn serial, it makes your life that much easier because then you can just have the serial connection, run everything to be able to get SSH up and running, then use NetMiko. Just because I've noticed that serial one is not as robust. So run SSH to get everything up and running, and then you could do something like this to be able to program everything at the same exact time all at once. So hopefully this taught you guys something. I know I learned a lot doing this, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and exit on my exploitable and also Windows 7 64-bit. And yeah, probably going to do some hacking, and we'll go from there. So you all have a good one, and I'll talk to you all later.